Greetings, diners, and welcome to another edition of the Cooking Zone here on the Doomstead Diner. And for this episode, I am making up a salad for our diner's 7th anniversary celebration dinner. And, initially I was just going to do the steak and the king crab, but other factors weighed in and motivated me to go the full Monty on this one and do an appetizer or appetizers, a soup, a salad, a main course, and so forth, so that it is truly a memorable dinner. So our salad today for the dinner, and I also wanted to do the salad because I feel a responsibility to the vegans on the diner. A lot of my meals and my cooking advice is centered around meats, and I don't do that much vegetable stuff. So in the totality of this meal, I try to include some vegan dishes, or parts of the whole meal, and it would be a decent enough meal by itself. And in fact, I've been doing this procedure over a few days. There is no way that I could eat all the stuff that I'm putting together here in one day. That just wouldn't happen. So one of the components of this salad is going to be avocado, and I picked up some avocados, but the avocados, they only had 3 bags left. They hadn't gotten a delivery in from Mexico for a week or somewhat more. And I don't usually buy them in the bag because I can't really inspect them. And this one, if you look at the bottom, has a nice cut in it. So I'm not expecting this avocado to look too good when I cut it open. But we'll find out here in a second. Let's get the crippled arm in place. And I will cut the bad portion out if in fact there is some good portion, which I don't know yet. All right. How do we look here? I can make guacamole out of it, but it's not worthy of the diner 7th anniversary celebration dinner. So we're gonna try again. Let's get the pepper back up, and this one I think is going to be pretty good. It's still got good firmness and not too mashed up in its travels from Mexico. So I'm hopeful on this one. I'd hate to have to go through the whole bag. One thing about buying by the bag, though, is they come cheap. I think these were about $1 each when bought by the bag. Here we go. Moment of truth. Yeah, I think that one's worthwhile. At least that half is pretty good. And I got a little brown in there, which I think I can scrape out and make it look all green and nice in the salad. Because you want your presentation for your customers to look good. So the next step in the procedure is to get the pit out of this section, and you just stab the pit. Oops, don't miss. Oh, Oh, or it comes out on its own. That was nice. And then we're going to cut up the avocado into sections and to put in our salad. Okay, so that's not very hard to do. And you peel off the skin. There's one off. And I think half an avocado is probably going to be enough for this salad. You know, I'm going to eat this right afterwards. And, you know, I don't usually eat a whole avocado. And let's see if we can't trim off this brown section, because it's ugly. My customers won't like that. And we got a little brown section here. We'll get off. And that looks alright to me. Especially once I slice it up and once it goes in with the rest of the salad ingredients. Alright, let's cut this up real quick. Not very hard. Don't need a real great knife for this job. Avocados are quite soft overall. Alright, avocado goes into the salad bowl. Damn, I keep knocking over my seasonings. That sucks, right? Let's get all those in there. And the next ingredient after the avocado in this salad is going to be tomato. And what do you call it? I'm once again using aroma. Okay, and in this case, this aroma is very ripe. It is ready to eat for sure. If I leave it out for any more days, it's going to be getting ugly. So that's another good reason for making the salad today, is just to use the tomato. And when you do have a ripe tomato, then it provides you a good test, the tomato test of sharpness for your knife. So we'll see how well my 10-inch chef's knife does on this tomato. And not too bad. And I'm cutting them up into this size piece for a specific reason, because I'm going to, from here, cut them into sizes that kind of match the sizes of the avocado pieces. And if you notice the interior of the tomato, this one has 3 spokes. Sometimes they have 4 spokes. And what I do when I do this is I cut in between the spokes. Okay? Hope you can see that. So that the tomato holds together and the juice doesn't, you know, run out of it before you eat it. If you kind of just cut it up regular, then you're gonna get, and this one I'm gonna just cut in half. It'll be fine. The very end. So your tomato, you want it to be a nice unit, and because of its color, because of the red color, it really accentuates the salad. And most people probably in this salad would have added a lettuce of some type. And you know what? I think this portion of the tomato would be overkill for the amount of salad that I'm making. I'll have it with an anchovy or something like that separately. All right, so we have avocado and tomatoes so far in the salad. And next up is an ingredient which you probably don't use too often in your salads. And in fact, I don't really either anymore. But I grew up in Brazil. We moved there when I was very young for several years. And I developed a real taste for hearts of palm. They are delicious. And they come canned. You can buy them in your food superstore right now, as long as just-in-time delivery is working. And they have a marvelous texture, and they are kind of similar. A lot of people say they're similar to artichokes, although I don't really think so. They have their own separate taste, flavor, and texture, and you know, you have to try them to know what they're like. So we're going to cut the hearts of palm into some slices. And it comes out of the can all ready to eat. If you buy them fresh in Brazil, you've got to boil them in salt water for a while to get them to the right consistency. But since I came back from Brazil, I've never found a fresh hearts of palm anywhere in any produce store. But the canned ones are very good. There's, you know, no real need for a fresh one if the canned ones are good enough. You know, they're nice and crisp, and I'm not getting through that. Okay. At the end of these things, at times, they're tougher. And you know, it's the center part is the most tender part of the heart of palm. And, you know, there are always a few little pieces that you have to pitch. Unless, you know, you really want to chew through them. Some people do. It's up to you. I think most of these pieces are going to be quite tender and delicious. I'm hopeful. Anyway, we'll see in a few minutes. And a couple more shovelfuls on the knife. And poof, we are done. We got our hearts of palm into the salad. And one last ingredient for this salad, which gives it a little saltiness and body, is Greek Kalamata olives. Kalamata olives. And these are great value. They're generic from Wally World, and they're just as good as any other canned olives, Kalamatas. So, you know, don't overpay for your Kalamata olives. It's just totally unnecessary. And it looks like my camera has tilted. And let's put it back. Sorry about that. I have no idea how much of the video was done without your being able to see the salad as it got built. I'll find that out when I do the editing. Okay, so the last thing is the Kalamatas. And we're going to get a bunch of those into the salad dish, salad bowl for consumption. And Kalamatas are, in my opinion, by far the best olives to eat. I think that's enough. Green olives to me are too salty, and black olives, regular black olives, are generally too bland for me. But Kalamata olives are just right. And yeah, that is the right amount of salad. So here's what it looks like when it's done, right? I hope you can see that. I will take a still of it as well. And now in terms of dressing, I was just going to make a nice plain balsamic vinaigrette to go on it. But, you know, I got lazy. I've been doing a lot of cooking, and I did not feel like making up my own dressing. So I picked up some commercial herb and garlic dressing, and that, I'm hopeful, is going to be delicious. We'll find out when I put it on and eat it. And then, you know, I'll probably sample a little. And I have a couple of other dressings I might try if it doesn't work out too good before I finish. Just have to see. Okay, that is enough for the salad video portion of this cooking adventure on the 7th anniversary of the Doomstead Diner. And I hope you come and join us inside the diner on our feasting night, when all of this will be plated up together for a memorable meal. And here on the Cooking Zone, that's all the doom. This time until next time, here on the Doomstead Diner.